Hello, welcome to the video. My name's Paul and this is Paul's British English. Today we're going to talk about something that many of my students have difficulties with. We're going to talk about phrasal verbs. A phrasal verb is different from a normal verb because it's 2 or 3 words together that act as a verb. It's not just one word by itself. So, depending on your native language, phrasal verbs can be quite difficult to learn. For example, Spanish-speaking students find phrasal verbs very difficult to learn because there's no such thing in Spanish. Okay. Now, the issue with phrasal verbs for some students is if you use the verb by itself, without the preposition, without the particle, without the extra words, sometimes the verb has a different meaning. Okay. So, if you literally translate it, if you translate the verb and then you translate the preposition, the meaning that you get will be different from the real meaning in English. I'm going to give you an example and then we can talk about the best ways to learn phrasal verbs and to study them. The example I'm going to give you is the phrasal verb to blow up. Okay, so there are 2 words there, blow, which is the verb, and up, which is a particle or a preposition. Now, blow up has 3 meanings, okay? So quite often phrasal verbs have more than one meaning, and it's just a case of learning those meanings, okay? So to blow up, the first definition of blow up is if I have a balloon and I need to fill the balloon with air, as in to blow the balloon up. That's what I'd need to do. Now I can say I need to blow up the balloon, or I can say I need to blow the balloon up. So if I say I need to blow up the balloon, I'm using the verb, then the particle, and then the object, the balloon. Or I can say I need to blow the balloon up. So blow is the verb, the balloon is the object, and up is the particle or the preposition. So I can use this phrasal verb together, blow up, and I can use it in separate. I could say blow the balloon up and put the object in the middle. Okay. Depending on the meaning, sometimes you can use the phrasal verb together, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to use it together, sometimes you can use it separated by the object, but that might change the meaning. Okay. The second definition of blow up is to explode, as in, so I could say that balloon, not that balloon, sorry, I could say that building has been blown up. Okay, as the building went, the building went bang, the building exploded. Now I could say the building has been blown up, or we need to blow up that building, so the building needs to be exploded. Okay. So it's very different from blow up as in fill with air. This is blow up using explosives. So it's quite a negative, I suppose, quite a dangerous phrasal verb. And the third definition of blow up is to become very angry. To become very angry. So a person blows up. So imagine you're telling your friend something that they really don't want to hear, something negative. They might blow up and they become very angry. So you could say, I told my friend I couldn't go to the party and she just blew up. Now, she didn't blow up as in become filled with air. She didn't blow up as in physically explode, but she blew up because her mood was quite negative and she was very angry. Okay. So you can see that quite often phrasal verbs can have several different meanings depending on the context. And also they can sometimes be used together, and sometimes they can be used separately with the object in the middle, and sometimes you can do both. The best way to learn phrasal verbs is by reading, and if you read, you will naturally learn the phrasal verbs. Another thing that many students do is they buy a phrasal verb dictionary. So a phrasal verb dictionary is a dictionary filled with all of the definitions of phrasal verbs. If you can learn to use a few phrasal verbs, it will make your English sound much more natural, much more native, and it will improve your English hugely, but there are thousands of phrasal verbs, so I can't possibly teach you all of them on this video. I've just given you an example, and the best way to learn them is to go out and buy a dictionary of them and see if you can learn them that way, and learn them through reading and through using English naturally. Okay. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Also, you can subscribe to us here on this channel on YouTube. You can like us on Facebook. You can find us on Naver Blogs, and we have our own website, which is www.paulsbritishenglish.com. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.